Embarkation Day 2, and today we are going to the cruise. So we're just packing up, and we'll leave in about half an hour, I think, to go find an Uber, or catch an Uber, or call an Uber. What do you do with an Uber? I don't know. Call an Uber, and then we'll drive to the port and do the embarkation thingamabobber. I'm really excited. Luggage tag instructions. Okay, now I'm supposed to staple this to the bag, and I seriously doubt the average traveler brings a stapler with them. Good thing I have my tiny attacher. Tiny attacher, travel essentials. Okay, that's really funny, but I'm not gonna be able to do this with one hand. 3 bags, 2 girls. Let's go to a cruise. These are so cute. Hey, you want to go on a cruise with me?
I do.
Should we go today?
Right now.
Okay, let's just get an Uber. So, after spending a lovely day at the Royal Carib the day before, we were so excited to go on the cruise. So, we called an Uber, and he drove us to the port for the cruise. It was about a 40-minute drive. We could have stayed at a hotel closer to the port, but all the hotels were fully booked, and the only ones that were left were super expensive. And we had stayed at the Royal Caribbean before, so we knew that it was nice. So that's kind of why we decided to stay there. But I actually didn't mind the drive. I just chatted with our great Uber driver, who's like the 3rd Uber driver in Florida or something. I don't know. And I felt like we got to the cruise terminal in no time at all. When we got there, they offloaded our bags and we got into line, and oh my goodness, it was the longest line I have ever seen in my entire life. I was actually kind of shocked. My mom told me that in the past, every time that she's gone on a cruise, like you just kind of like go right in and walk right in. But we waited in a line of like probably 1,000, 2,000 people. I couldn't believe it. But in the end, we just talked and we ended up having this great conversation with this North Carolina couple in front of us, and we finally got into the terminal and signed in and went through security and everything, and it wasn't so bad. And honestly, when you're excited to go on a cruise, you'll probably put up with anything, right? Because you're like, I'm so close to the cruise, I'm almost there, and I was just so excited. And one of the really fun things is along the way in the line, I actually met one of my lovely subscriber friends. She recognized me and we chatted, although we were kind of like far away from each other, so we didn't really get to chat. She just introduced herself. But more about that kind of stuff later in the cruise vlog. So, a couple of people know that I was kind of worried about the crowds, and for the most part, it was fine getting onto the cruise. The only part that I just really struggled with was when we were in the terminal checking in. So I just waited off to the side while my mom registered us and got our, what do you call them, like cruise cards or whatever. And then we were able to board the cruise, and it was so exciting. It's like the beginning of a journey and adventure with my mom, and I just was so excited to see what the cruise ship was going to look like and all of that details. So just a couple of details about that. We were on Oasis of the Seas, which is a Royal Carnival cruise. No, I lied. A Royal Caribbean cruise called Oasis of the Seas, and it was a cruise and crop cruise. So it's scrapbooking and cruising, fun things like that. And it was a cruise with Jen and Tracy. And I was so excited. I couldn't wait. So first thing, we got on and we kind of walked around, and it literally felt like we were in a city. So we finally made it on the cruise. It was like the longest line of my life. I don't know what was up. They must have like had some like delay or something getting people on, but that's okay. We're here and we're on and we finally got on, and we decided to stop at the Solarium for lunch. And it's actually not that crowded in here. I bet the buffet is like way more crowded, so it's good. So I guess that's a tip for you. If you ever go on Oasis of the Seas with Royal Caribbean, go to the Solarium for lunch the first day on Embarkation Day. And I think there was some kind of delay leaving, so we didn't leave right when we planned to. But that's okay. We just hung out by the pool. The solarium is actually like the adults only area, which is kind of nice because there weren't like crazy kids running around and it wasn't that busy. And we just sat and I read a book while my mom swam, and we just enjoyed the nice warm weather while we waited for our rooms to get ready, and while I waited for 3 o'clock, which was when I was going to go downstairs to meet the other cruisers for the cruise and crop, and Jen and Tracy too. So I'm going down to the conference room now to meet the other scrapbookers. I'm really excited. I'm bringing my scrapbook suitcase and I'm just gonna leave it down there. I think it'll be good. I'm looking forward to it. I'm also really looking forward to meeting Jen and Tracy and the other scrapbookers, and I hope it goes well. My hair is like really frizzy, but I think I still look okay. Still need to care about that. I don't know why, but for some weird reason, I didn't film any of the meeting of other people. I think I was nervous. But right after that, I hung out with Tracy and her sister Jen for a little while, and then we had to go to the muster drill, which is where they kind of tell you what to do if there is an emergency. After the muster drill was over, my mom and I decided to do a little more exploring and to get something to drink. And seriously, this boat is huge. This is cool. Shows you how they put together the carousel. There's a hot dog stand. It's so pretty. I told you. To outside. One of the coolest parts of Oasis of the Sea is that it actually has some areas that are outside. So it's not like you're all cooped up or anything like that. So it was actually kind of fun to see. After that, we went back to our rooms to get ready for the boat to leave the port and to watch the embarkation. Is that what you call it? I don't know. So we've done the muster drill and we grabbed some drinks and sat outside, and now we're just chilling in the room before we go and grab dinner. And so far it's kind of crazy to see all the people, but it's been really good. And I'm just sitting on our balcony and we're just waiting till the ship takes off. So it's good. I'm excited. One thing I forgot to say was that my mom did come along with me. She is not a scrapbooker. She just enjoyed the cruise. So for anybody who doesn't know about cruise and crops, basically the way that I'd like to explain it is there's a cruise with 6,000 people and there's 30 people on the cruise who happen to be scrapbooking at the same time. So there's a cruise and there's a crop at the same time. And I take a little break from waiting for the boat to take off to do a little scrapbooking in my travel journal here. So I added some journaling just about our flight, and I just did it around the pictures here. And I adhered our plane ticket, or my plane ticket here, just with some washi tape. And I journaled on the back of this vellum and added this sticker from the One Canoe 2 sticker book. And then I know that I want to put some pictures here, and I want to add a journaling card here. but I don't have those supplies right now, so I'm just gonna wait. And I'm gonna do the next page, which is this one. And this page, I'm gonna journal about what we did yesterday, which was the day we sat by the pool and everything. So I'm just gonna make like a list of the things we did. So I'm using some of the stickers from the Dear Lizzie's American Craft sticker book, and I'm just gonna add my journaling right here, and I might go on to this page or the next page too. I don't know how many things I'm gonna write down. And yeah, and by the way, I'm using this really great pen. It's the Big Intensity pen. Oh, also, well, you can see it, check out my manicure. Okay, so it's Daffy Duck, and hopefully you can see this. And it's got a little, like, what do you call that, an anchor? I don't know. I thought it was cute for the first day of the cruise. Okay, so I'm gonna add some journaling and I'll show you guys what it looks like when I'm all done. And for these cruise vlogs, I'm kind of showing you the behind the scenes of my travel junk journal, bringing you along for the cruise. Some of it I did live vlogging, and then some of it I'm going back and doing the audio afterwards, because sometimes the audio didn't work or I was around people and it didn't feel comfortable vlogging. So I hope that you guys are enjoying this kind of style of cruise vlog where you're getting like a little snippets of both. And I'm going to bring you along for the cruise part, for the cruise and crop, or the scrapbooking part, and also as I work on my travel junk journal along the way. And I think it's really fun, and I'm actually really excited about these videos. So there's going to be a whole series on my playlist, and I'll have a different video for each day of the cruise and the days leading up to it. And I hope that you guys enjoy checking it out, because it's going to be lots of fun. Here we go. Goodbye, Orlando. I'm so excited. It's crazy to think that there are like 6,000 people on this boat and we are leaving. It's so weird, but it's also exciting, you know? It's kind of like a cross between excitement and also weirdness. I don't know. Well, while we are taking off, I am going to do some more scrapbooking or journaling in my travel journal. And I'll show you guys when we're like out at sea and away from the land, because I'm sure it'll look really pretty. It was absolutely amazing to sit on the deck scrapbooking and watch as the ship pulled away from Florida, and there were people waving and saying goodbye, and I couldn't wait to see what adventures were in store. So I forgot to tell you guys that at like 3:30 or whatever, I head down to the conference room, and Tracy was there, or Jen was there, and then Tracy came later, and I totally had my fangirl moment, like, oh my gosh, but I didn't say that out loud, because, you know, introverts, we don't do that. Instead, we just like quietly like freak out on the inside, like, what? These are some of my favorite people, and like favorite creative people who are like so inspiring, and I'm just like really excited. So I was having my little fangirl moment, but trying to hold it in. So although I know other people are probably like having like real fangirl moments out loud, but not me. On the other hand though, I did meet some of the lovely ladies who are going to be scrapbooking, and a couple of people actually recognize me, which, oh my gosh, is so embarrassing, but is really sweet too. And I'm just really excited to be here with some like really crafty ladies and people who love what I love. It's like really exciting, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I think it's going to be good. So just a couple things I wanted to show you. I'm just flipping through some of the pages showing you what I worked on in my travel junk journal here. I added some journaling and some stickers, and I'm gonna keep on working on this while I sit out here and we pull away. I added all these notes about what we did the day before in my travel junk journal. I did go on to the next couple pages because I had too many things to say. And then I just finished it off with a little sticker. Now I kept the hotel key. Whoops. Actually, I did it on purpose. And I'm just going to tuck that in. When I had created the junk journal, I had made this pocket. And I thought this would be a perfect place to kind of tuck in the hotel key so that I could kind of keep that ephemera. This is one of the reasons I love travel junk journals is like you can journal in them, you can add stickers and embellishments and photos, but you can also add in ephemera and like add those kind of things in there so later you've got all those little mementos of your wonderful trip. And it's exciting to think that we're just leaving Orlando or Florida and well, we didn't leave Orlando, and now we're off to great fun adventures. So a few hours later, it was dinner time, so my mom and I headed off to the dining room to have dinner together, and we had this like really hilarious waiter when he asked if I wanted anything to drink, and I said no, just Diet Coke. He's like, "Oh, are you driving?" And I was joking with him like, "Yep, I'm the designated driver." But oh my goodness, can you imagine if they let me drive the ship? Not that you drive a ship, you sail it, but whatever. Whatever. In the end, I finished my dinner off with some really yummy creme brulee, and then my mom and I went for a little walk in Central Park, which is literally a park with plants on a cruise ship, which is like the coolest thing ever. Well, that's the end of day one, embarkation day on my cruise and crop, Oasis of the Seas. I hope that you will check back tomorrow for another cruise and crop vlog and that you'll subscribe and leave a comment below. Talk to you soon.